Hello, hello. Welcome or welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, I had a question in the comments, so I want to get into that. If you're not interested, there are timestamps, right? In the description box, and I think in the bar, so you can immediately jump into the reading. But the question was about me teaching tarot. So I'll think about that. I did a few videos in the past about that, but right now what I would like to suggest to you, it is to create a tarot journal, because it will help you, right? The way that I did it, it is like, because I'm reading in the upright and in the reverse, I did one whole page for the upright, one whole page for the reverse, right? For the reversals. And make yourself a lot of space, right? Because I think that this is important, because when you are going through different experiences in life, it will enrich your interpretation of the energies, right? So I think that this is a good idea to truly have the space. You know, I got into tarot, I already had knowledge about numerology and astrology, so I put it also into my card readings, and then later, so then I learned tarot, and then later I learned about the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life, and so I wanted to include it also, you know. So just, you know, let yourself space to write things down. So for me, this is what I did, truly, like one card for the upright, one card for the reverse. See, there are here astrological references, things that I wrote behind, also with the symbolism of the cards and all those kind of things, right? It's something that I continue to fill it in, right? And then, you know, if you can find something that's easy for you. So for me, I have this where I could separate like every energy. This is the wands, this is the cups, this is the swords, this is the pentacles, and then I also left myself more space with additional notes, with all kind of things, you know. It might be related to astrology, it might be related to the colors, it might be related to numerology, it might be related to Chinese astrology, for example, all those kind of things. So I kind of feel that this is a good thing to have. So this is what I would encourage you to start with, to have like a tarot journal, you know? And so you fill it in slowly with time. Give yourself a lot of space. I kind of feel that this is the thing, because I started one before and there was not a lot of space. So here, not only do I have a lot of space, but I'm also writing in pencil. So if suddenly I have another word or something more refined, so I can just, you know, take it out and put... you have to be dynamic with the idea, you know, being dynamic with the fact that things will be added, and maybe you will find more precise words to define one thing or another, you know, all those kind of things. So let me put it to the side, and we will get into a reading and see what are the messages that I'm getting for you today. What am I supposed to talk with you about? So let's see. I want to start with this deck here, with the pure energy. I hope you are doing well, that you are being kind with yourself, that you are taking good care of yourself, that you are deep breathing, drinking your water, stretching. Thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate you so much. I love doing those readings, and I feel truly blessed by all your comments and all your support, whatever it may be. So, let's see what's going on here. So, what's the main subject, the main energy? Tell me. 11th house in reverse. Amazing. We had it in another reading, and it was in the upright, and it was in the same position. This is the house of friendship. Aquarian energy. Okay. Okay, the energy with other people. Tell me. Come on, what's going on with this Aquarius right now? This is crazy. Do I need to tell you again that the North Node position is in Aquarius right now? For the 18 following months, the North Node talking about the direction of our healing, our destiny, embracing our individuality, being a visionary. Okay, let's see the driving energy related to those other people here. The South Node. Okay, so this is, right now it's in Leo, right? It's a straight line, 6 signs between the North Node and the South Node. Here we are talking about acting from our unhealed self. So it can be very instinctive, reacting instead of responding, related to what's familiar, our comfort zone, our automatic behaviors and responses, maybe being stagnant, not healing, no growth, no self-reflection, all those kind of things. Okay, let's see here what's hidden. The hidden energy. Fortuna. Also, we had it. It's amazing how the cards are coming up over and over and over again. Natural talents. I kind of feel that it's very, very much related here to this Aquarius energy, right? Being truly yourself, embodying truly your individuality, who you are. I see in front of me the Magician card. Your own abilities, being totally in your own path. Okay. The path shifts. Tell me the 6th house. The house of work and health. Okay. We are staying once again in the same kind of subject that we had, talking about people, their relationships, questioning their relationships. Here I feel that there is a person wanting once again to embrace who they totally are, maybe being confronted with people, with community, with family, with social groups that are maybe stuck in old beliefs. Yeah, but I feel that somebody here is realizing their own abilities, their difference, that it's important to stop comparing themselves to others, listening to other people, reclaiming themselves. I kind of feel like this is what we are talking about, reclaiming themselves. Somebody understanding maybe the influence of the family, the community, ways of thinking, beliefs, all those I kind of feel, you know, a little bit the goat awakening, right? So they might have been the sheep in the past, right? Adapting themselves to what they have learned, what the family community was expecting from them, all those kind of things. And that now there is some kind of separation from that because they understand the value of self. And look, at the bottom of the deck we have Chiron talking about healing and growth. So I kind of feel here that this person feels that they are surrounded here, the driving energy. They are surrounded by people maybe that they feel that they are keeping them stuck in what comes to me, it's old beliefs, right? It's like you are discovering something new or learning something new or understanding something new about yourself. It has an impact also on your connection to others, and you are trying to speak out about this thing that you realized or this new thing that you want to do, because we have here the sixth house with Virgo and work and health and giving to the community. There is here this element of volunteer work, right? So what you can add to the community. And I kind of feel here that this is the thing. This is the change. Somebody here realizing that they have some kind of abilities, talents, gifts to share with the community, but they might feel that in their community it is stuck, it's not welcome, it might be judged in some kind of way. And it's about truly embracing your difference, right? It's about embracing your difference. And yes, when you are embracing your difference, very often there is a lot of resistance. There is a lot of you are taking distance of us, when in fact no, it's not that you are taking distance. You might want to add to the community, but by being your own true self, bringing your light. But it might not always be well received, right? You know, it's like, for example, those families where everybody is a lawyer, right? And now you are, I don't know, an artist, or you want to be a hairdresser, and you are passionate about that, and you are talented. And like, you want to come and say, you know, I love that, and I know that this is my destiny, and this is what I want to do. And they will say, absolutely not. In our family, all of us, we are this and that and that and that. You know, it's like religious families. So not all religious families, but some religious families, if you are gay, for example, no, you are choosing to be gay, right? You are weak, you have to get married and have children and all those kind of things. And if you are saying, no, I will embrace who I am, so they might reject you. So there is this element here, I kind of feel, of people being stuck in their old beliefs, not ready to evaluate, and you bringing your authentic self, right? Yeah, okay, interesting. I find it very interesting. I'm tempted here to use a deck. I know the deck I want to use. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, I'm talking about the energy of the card. So please apply it however it applies, and this reading can be past, present, or future. So let's see what we are getting here. Let's get a little bit more information. So interesting that the Aquarius energy is coming up over and over. This is truly crazy. Okay, let's see here. Tell me, the 11th house in reverse, the house of friendship in reverse. We have the 6 of swords in reverse, the moon in reverse, Give me one more here, please. Yeah, there is something about... I will talk as if I'm talking to you, right? We might be talking about you. We might be talking about someone whose energy is related to you. But I feel like talking here about you and to you. And we have... Ooh... We have also the Seven of Swords in reverse. Let me see if you can see all my beautiful cards. Yes, you can. Okay, so there is here something about you seeing something clearly now with this moon in reverse. Maybe the projections that you were dealing with, right? You are not confused anymore. There is here something, some kind of understanding about your own way of thinking and the influence of others in your life, right? And so here with this moon in reverse, there is some kind of clarity coming out. So maybe before intuitively you could feel something, but it truly feels here now that there is no more confusion. No more confusion, right? So we might be talking here about you not being heard in whatever you are trying to express. You may be wanting to stay wherever you are, but being in a peaceful place, a peaceful environment. It's interesting because we have here air energy. Right? With the Aquarius also, we are with air energy. With the 11th, we are also with air energy. And we are ending here with earth energy. So we are talking about the intellect, the ideas, the way of thinking, communication. And we have here, this is the Six of Swords. It's in reverse. So you wanting to go towards calmer waters, right? So you might have been debating with yourself, feeling uncomfortable about yourself, maybe something that you are truly passionate about, you have put it to the side as a hobby, right? And now you understand that it's more than a hobby. You are passionate and you just want to invest yourself in that and not diminish that, not be secretive about that because maybe your family might not understand, your community, your friends, whoever here this house of friendship in reverse is, right? There are some kind of societal aspirations that are not in alignment with you, what you want to do and what the environment around you is valuing. It kind of feels that it doesn't go together, right? And so it might create some kind of agitation, and it might be unnecessary agitation. When I'm saying unnecessary, it's not unnecessary, but it's kind of the agitation is here because your inner fight is truly because people surrounding you. It's about what's happening around, right? And there is here some kind of element of you might have been hiding something about that, about who you are, what you are passionate about. And I also feel maybe gaslighting yourself. Might be talking about that. And it kind of feels here now that there is no avoidance anymore, right? There is maybe even understanding that you might try to explain to some people, you know, this is what I like, this is what I'm passionate about. It's your problem at the end of the day. If you think that I need to be this or that or that or that, or your judgments are yours, right? There is some kind of arrogance, right? Those people who, you know, we see it very often. We see it very often, you know, people who are expecting, for example, I'm giving this example because it's the easiest one. Parents who they think that they can decide who their child is supposed to be. And we might be talking about the way of living, we might be talking about what I talked about before, the schmexuality, we might be talking about the way that they present themselves, how they should live their life, what kind of career they are supposed to have, right? And I kind of feel here that there is something about you realizing that you won't get to a peaceful place with this environment regarding what you know to be true now. Okay. Let's see. Let's get one more here about this 11th house. Amazing. The Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there is swords, right? Yeah, there is here truly something about something that you might have put to the side, right? Because accepting this reality would mean that you would need to make a choice, and this choice might be going against what your environment you think would accept. But there is no denial anymore. The Two of Swords is in reverse. So you know that the choice is here. You have to make it. You have to make this choice. You cannot deny it anymore, right? We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, right? There, you might have felt stuck a little bit. Your energy is stuck. And maybe you didn't realize that it was because you were trying to put to the side a part of you that you didn't have to do. You felt the need to do it, maybe in order to be accepted. But in reality, people who love you, they will accept you. I feel here that we are not talking about you doing something that will hurt other people. We are talking here about something that is totally related to you, to your life path, maybe your soul mission. Like, it's not like you are asking people to accept that you are an unaliver, right? Or that you are a thief. I don't feel that this is what's going on here. Yeah, just accepting you for who you are. And I kind of feel that you might have been pushing this thing to the side for some time, but you cannot do it anymore. You cannot do it anymore. Okay, let's see here the Aquarius energy. Judgment in reverse. Five of Swords. My God, my God. Listen, yeah. I'm talking here to someone where whatever you want to do, it's kind of obvious that your environment is judging it very, very harshly, right? They are projecting on you. They have expectations. They might even be bullying you. They want it their way, right? If we are talking about a family, you might be dealing with a narcissistic parent, right? And so you are supposed to be the reflection of what they want. Yeah, I feel the need also to say, I don't know, maybe for somebody, this might be your family-in-law, right? That is keeping your partner trapped in some kind of way. Yeah, there's a lot of bullying energy here. A lot of bullying energy. Like trying to make you, I will say you, doubt of yourself. Telling you that it's ridiculous. Whatever you want to do. Tell me more here, please. The Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they are not supporting you. They are not supporting you at all. Because what you want to do is innovative for them, right? This is not how they. We might be talking, about those environment where everybody's doing the things in the same way, right? And we might be talking about things as simple as you not wanting to have children, for example, right? And you always trying to convince yourself that you want it because it's expected of you, but in fact, you just decided to accept the reality that you want a different kind of life. Yeah, you don't have any support. The Six of Wands in reverse. Not only you don't have support, but they are making you feel like you are a loser. Okay. One more here with this Aquarius. The Tower. Yeah, bringing you to total downfall, but I feel that the downfall is important. I know that me personally in my life, the biggest changes happened when I couldn't anymore, right? I couldn't. I emotionally, I couldn't continue the way that I was continuing. And in the first phase, it was about people pleasing and prioritizing others' comfort on myself. This was when I was 30 something, right? That I got to a place that I just didn't want to live anymore, because I felt so depleted. I felt so empty. I felt that I didn't want to do it anymore, and I didn't see any escape. And so when I realized, the system that I'm working on is a total self-neglect. I have to stop doing that. We are talking here about my life. I don't want to live anymore because of that, right? So this is when it's crazy to say, right? But I felt the legitimacy of changing, of stop doing that. Because before that, I didn't feel that I had the right to have some kind of needs, that I had the right to not give myself to everyone, right? So the Tower is important. It's important. It's getting to a place where you understand you cannot continue like that, right? So it might be that you are burning yourself out. It might also be your body that is stopping you, right? But there is, in some kind of way, some kind of something that happened here that is just breaking this foundation, and it's necessary. It's necessary. Because it's your invitation now to rebuild differently. Sometimes decisions that we are making, let's say, for example, that we are talking here about you coming out, right? Getting out of the closet. So you might decide, okay, I will say to my environment who I am, and they might take it very, very badly, as you expected. But it doesn't mean that you did the wrong decision. You did the right decision, right? Even if it creates a total downfall around you. But do you really want to sacrifice your life because other people are not accepting you for who you are? You are not hurting anyone. You are just demanding to be accepted in the way that you love, right? So sometimes the family, the environment might reject you, but then you can rebuild on a good foundation because you are embodying yourself totally. So yes, there is a downfall, there is loss, there is people that are not happy. So what? Right? Yeah, there is here the element of maybe you being seen as eccentric, maybe being seen as the problem, right? because you don't fit in. But you are not supposed to fit in. We are not supposed to fit in. This is not what we are supposed to do. And it's not that we are supposed to not fit in just to create damage and create movement. This is also not what it is, right? But it's not about fitting in. It's about embracing who we are. So if they don't embrace you for who you are, okay, let it fall. Let it fall. Trust yourself. Let it fall. And rebuild your life on a better foundation. This is where I got, right? I have to change the way that I'm giving out my time, my energy, my attention, my emotions, right? And some people will accept it and some people won't. And those who won't, it doesn't matter. We are talking here about my life. It's either I do that or I don't want to be here, right? Okay. So, the South Node, tell me, the South Node. We have the 10 of Swords. Tell me. Upper. The Hermit. Ah, very interesting. One more. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Wait, let me just be sure here that we are not talking about wands, because this is not very clear for me. Those cards are not always very clear. I think that we are talking here about the wands. Let me see. Yeah, this is Sagittarius. So we are talking about the wands, the 10 of wands. Okay, so listen. This is being burdened, carrying burdens that you are not supposed to carry. They are not yours. And you need to put them down, right? We have the Hermit here. This is getting the enlightenment. You might feel the need to protect yourself and hide yourself all the time, while it's not that you are doing anything that is not okay, right? The only fact, you know, this is self-sacrifice. This is lack of self-respect, truly. So I don't say that you should speak out and try to convince people of whatever and whatever, you know. I'm the kind of person, I think that it's better, you know, to be discreet about our life, you know, all those kind of things. But here I truly feel that there is this element of you needing to hide a part of you so deeply that it is putting a lot of burdens on you, prioritizing other people's comfort above yours. It's a burden. And when you are so burdened with the 10 of wands, I already showed you that card, that the person has their back so turned to the floor with the weight of those 10 wands on their back that they cannot even see what's going on in front of them. And so you might be very emotionally with no balance emotionally, right? The Queen of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Water in reverse. Yeah, because you are suppressing yourself all the time. You are suppressing yourself. You are not allowing yourself to be totally yourself. And you know, some people, they can have this private life, right? And live very good with that. So sometimes they are going to live somewhere else and they are just being themselves and they are saying, you know what, I don't need to tell to my parents that I'm gay. I don't need to tell to my parents what I'm truly doing. It's irrelevant. They will never know. It doesn't bother me in my life, right? Then if it doesn't bother you, all good. But here it bothers. Here it bothers. The 10 of wands, it bothers. It's heavy. Yeah, and it affects your emotional. This is what we have here with this Queen of Cups in reverse. You might be emotionally unstable, and even being very, very reactive to all kind of things that you wouldn't be so reactive about, but it is because you are stressing yourself out, because you are not, because you have this heaviness on you, and you are disrespecting yourself. Yeah, there is here, I feel the calling here, right? The calling towards your North Node that is here. And so you might be in the in-between, hesitating about staying in your comfort zone, which is not comfortable, right? This is why I'm saying comfort zone. It's not comfortable at all. We know it, that it's not comfortable at all, right? But staying there, so not creating any movement, not being confrontational, while it's not even being confrontational. It's just you are already expecting what will happen, right? I want to tell you something else, right? I already talked to you about that in another reading, so I won't give the precise example, but when you are comfortable with yourself, right, and you are going and saying something about you, the energy is very, very important. So there is also a timing. There is the timing of you digesting. You can take a decision and still not do it immediately, because you need to embody this decision. I don't know if you already had that, but if you had some kind of something that you shared with someone, but you were hesitating. When you are hesitating, it opens the door for people to say and do whatever they want and trying to convince you other. But when you are coming and you are just presenting the facts peacefully, it's in your energy, you are peaceful with your energy, there won't be so much reaction. Your hesitation, your doubt, your fragility is somehow opening a door to something that you don't want. So there is this thing. 1 second, please. I think that Clapton wants to go out, and she was patient. Tu veux sortir, ma puce? Tu veux aller dehors? Je peux pas laisser ouvert. Tu veux aller dehors? Oui? Non? Non? Sorry about that. She's looking at me. What are you doing? Yeah, she wants the window to be open, but they are working outside. It's impossible. Yeah, so what I was saying, it's, take your time also. If you know that it will be difficult, it's great that you already know it, right? So there is this thing of totally embodying yourself. Because then when you deliver the information, they will be much less, you won't leave a space for trying to convince you other, right? Okay, anything else here about this South Node? This was turning. The 8 of Swords, it came out like this. I will turn it clockwise. Yes, so there is this mental prison that you are getting out of. It is a problem for you. We have here the 2 of Swords in reverse, and there is the 8 of Swords here in reverse, right? So yeah, it's uncomfortable. Whatever truth you know that you cannot deny anymore, it was not so easy to get to this place, right? So also respect yourself on that, on the fact that, you took your time. You took your time, but I feel that's it, right? The energy is here, the timing, everything is here for you to it's interesting, it's written what you already know, right? You already know. You already know that you are ready to move forward. You know it. There is no denial. With this Two of Swords here in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse, there is no denial. Okay, let's see here what we are getting for the Fortuna. It's beautiful that the Fortuna is here. This is in what's hidden, right? So it's the promise, the potential, opportunity, prosperity, blessings, natural talents, luck. So what's hidden is that the moment that you do whatever you were so hesitating to do, but that you cannot deny this truth anymore, you know what you need to do, the moment that you are doing it, what is hidden, maybe from you, it is beautiful opportunity, prosperity, blessings, luck. You might have felt stuck all the time, not understanding why, saying to yourself, but I'm doing what is expected from me. Why is life so harsh on me? Life is so harsh on you and is not giving you what you are supposed to get because you are not supposed to be comfortable to other people. You have to embrace who you are. And until you embrace who you are and you are doing the right decisions, which might not be the decisions that your environment wants, but it's not about that. It's you with your soul. It's you with your own destiny, right? So this is why it might have been stuck before, because you thought that you took the right decision. But this was some kind of false belief that you are supposed to please other people. No, you are not supposed to please other people. It's beautiful to please other people. It's beautiful to make other people happy, but not at the price of you. Not at the price of you. This is a no. Okay. Tell me here the Fortuna. The Emperor taking the lead of your life. Taking the lead of your life. We have here the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, right now you are blocked. Right now you are blocked. There is no vision, and there is no vision because you feel uncomfortable with the inspiration that is coming towards you. There is here something that I might also be talking, for example, to somebody who you are in a relationship. It's not the best relationship, but okay, the person wants to get married with you, and so you say, you know what, maybe the time has come, maybe this is what I should do, this is what is expected from me, but inside you know that it's not what you want. And so you don't, and so the person that is going to marry you, they want to make plans for the future and everything, and for you it's very, very difficult to envision anything, right? Because it's not what you want, but you have a hard time accepting it, because if you accept the fact that no, you don't want to get married, then yeah, there is this lack of comfort, because you will hurt someone, you will deceive people, maybe you will lose money if you already put things, you know, this is a little bit the situation, but now we can bring it to any kind of situation in life, right? So yeah, there is also nothing coming your way, the Three of Wands in reverse, because you are not in the alignment. You are not, I see this, you know, as a target. You are supposed to shoot in this direction, but you are not looking in this direction because it's more comfortable for other people for you not to look in this direction, but this is where you are supposed to look. Yeah, taking the lead of your life. Taking the lead of your life. Stop manipulating yourself. There is here a lack of clarity. Lack of clarity. This is the Knight of Swords in reverse. There is some kind of truth that you are refusing to embrace. You might be afraid of what other people will say. This is the smear campaign card for me, right? So this might be also the issue here, that you are afraid of what other people will say. Yeah? But this is blocking everything because you are trying to numb a part of you. And so if you are numbing, you have no inspiration, you have no creativity, you are not connected to your intuition, and if you are numbing yourself, you cannot feel happy, right? And with time, you just become more and more and more confused because your heart space is not talking to you, right? It's stuck here. It's stuck at the level of the heart chakra. It's just in the middle, right, of all your chakra. It's stuck. So there is a total dissociation. Yeah, I kind of feel that you might be living in some kind of inner battle until you take this decision. But I kind of feel that it's here, right? It's here. Now it's just, okay, what, you know? And sometimes truly, I believe that it's important to take the time. I'm not one to think, okay, now you decided you need to do it. No, you have to be comfortable with it. You have to be comfortable with your decision. Because the way that you will present it, it will change everything if you are comfortable. Right? So it's important. Quoi ma puce? Je suis venue il y a 2 secondes pour t'ouvrir. T'as raison, dors. She's not happy. Fortuna, one more. Yeah, you see, the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is codependency, right? And this is also not being inspired. This is thinking about other people, comparing yourself to other people. Yeah. It's killing your own fire. It is killing your own drive, your own life force. You might be in depression. You might be anxious. You might be all those kind of things. Because there is here something that I feel that you are trying to numb or put to the side. This is what I feel here. Okay. Let's see here. The 6th house, house of work and health. Earth energy. This is in the path shift. Tell me. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there is a stuck energy here. Listen. There is a stuck energy. You know, you might be someone who is starting things and then you are abandoning, or you lose motivation, right? You lose motivation. So you might be non-committal, but it's just because it's not what you truly want to do. It's not what you want to do. You are trying to convince yourself of something. Yeah, the invitation here, it is to be courageous. To stop doing something that is not exciting to you. And I'm not telling you that everything is exciting, right? For example, when I'm writing a book, right? Not every phase is exciting. When I have the idea, it's exciting. But when I have to reread and do the formatting and do this and do that, it's not exciting. I don't like it. But because I'm excited by the project, so it's different than truly doing something that you are not excited about at all, right? I see the end game there. So yes, so the days that I have to spend doing things that I don't like, it's okay. I live them better because I'm excited by the project itself. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, here there is this element of stuck. You might be very bored, unmotivated, too cautious. This is also talking about too cautious, but look at the invitation here. The Knight of Wands in the upright, the Knight of Fire, being courageous, moving forward. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. Anything else here about this sixth house? Yeah, listen, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's not about you working with other people, right? They are not working with you, right? People who want to keep you in some kind of box that is comfortable for them while you are unhappy. I'm not blaming them, right? It might be education, it might be whatever it may be. It doesn't mean that they are coming from a bad place. Maybe they truly believe in what they are telling you, right? But it's on you. It's your life. It's your life lessons, it's your life, it's your destiny. Your fortuna is waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Yeah, don't expect the support of other people. Don't expect... You don't need that, right? At the end of the day, you don't need that. You don't need other people to work with you, right? I was stuck there for years. I wanted people to work with me. I wanted people to win with me. And I was stuck there until I stopped doing that. I accepted the fact that, okay, Aline, you are by yourself. It's you and you. Stop waiting, stop expecting. And for me, it didn't come from a place of dependence or lack or something like. It was truly, I want to celebrate my victories with someone. This is what I want. I want to have someone as excited as me in whatever we are doing. This is the thing that I wanted. I wanted to share. But there was no one. And until I accepted that there was no one, I was kind of... It was stuck. It was stuck. Anything else here? With this sixth house? The Four of Pentacles. This is you holding on to something. This is holding on to something. So it might be positive, it might be negative. You interpret it however it applies to you. But there is here something about holding on. Okay, let's go to closure. And I kind of feel here, as it came in the upright, that your invitation, it is to hold on to whatever here you cannot deny anymore. The Moon in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Stop pushing it to the side, right? Okay, let's see here the closure, the outcome. What should the collective know? The Seven of Cups, confusion, having option, not knowing what to choose. Something else here? It's very interesting, the Hierophant, right? It came out like this, right? So this is the issue here. Who are you giving authority to, right? This is very, first of all, look at the beauty of this card. I make you enjoy it because it's impossible to buy this deck, but it's just beautiful. I love it. So who are you giving authority to? So it's interesting because with the Hierophant, we have this element of following traditions. And I kind of feel that this is truly, for you, what might be here the real question, the real issue that you might have, going with the tradition and what is expected of you, or listening to yourself. But at the same time, this Hierophant, it's also a teacher, a spiritual teacher, right? So sometimes it is about creating your own traditions, right? And I feel here that your real confusion here and what to do, it is related to that. Am I doing the right thing or am I not doing the right thing? Can I take authority, right? And decide for myself what I believe is right, or give authority to other people, even though it might not align with me. And it's not maybe that you are against what they are doing. You might be against the fact that everybody has to be some kind of copy-paste, right? Fulfilling some kind of role. Stay in your own, the role that maybe you have embodied for so many years. We might be talking about that. Yeah, and I think that the moment, it's interesting, you see, because we have here the Emperor. This is about taking the lead. Taking the lead. If you hear something, it's my coffee machine. It's 1 second and it's over. Yeah, taking the lead and you deciding for yourself what is right. What is right. I hope that this reading is giving you answers and helping you in all of this, right? One more here, please. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Miserable, feeling miserable, being rejected, feeling in the cold, no support. This is what you might be afraid of, but let me just remind you that if this is your problem, first of all, you can plan, because I don't know your situation, right? I don't know your situation. So there is the element of planning, but if there is nothing anyway, right now, from what I understand, you just have the support if you are being who they need you to be. And there is no fortuna. You might feel stuck. You might feel stuck. You might have some kind of comfort, which is not real comfort. It's kind of paying. It's like I don't even know how to express that. Yeah, I feel a lot of self-sacrifice here. And from my experience, I found myself, if you heard my story, then you know, I had signs all the time of the universe supporting me. I have 3 concrete examples of the universe supporting me. Simply, you know, at moments where I had the biggest slap in the face, the universe supporting me, telling me what to do, telling me what's happening, helping me. If you think about your own life, I kind of feel that you might have felt it in your own life, right? Some moments where truly you are desperate, you are ready to just let it all be and go and not fight anymore. And something happened in your life that made you continue, right? This is the universe saying, no, I know that you are going through something difficult, but it's not ending here. I'm here. I will give you the hope right now that you need in order for you to continue. Right? And also consider, you know, you might be thinking about some kind of external comfort, but what's happening inside of you? You know, there is this phrase about not creating an outside war, but it creates an inside war. So anyway, you're at war. So yeah, outside everybody's happy, right? But what about you? You didn't express yourself because you wanted everybody to be comfortable, but what about you? If you are not accepted for who you are, if you are not free to accomplish your life mission, your passion, right? Then anyway, you are not loved for who you are, right? You are loved for the puppets that you present, for their comfort. It's not love. It's not love. So anyway, you are alone and abandoned and in the cold. Anyway. So why not totally be there? and trust and believe that things will move. Things will move, right? So listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was inspiring, insightful, that it brought you maybe some kind of clarity. I truly hope it does, because it's so important. It's so important. It's really a deep subject and important subject. Trust yourself, trust the universe. What's hidden, it is the fortuna here, right? And you know, don't gaslight yourself. Don't gaslight yourself, right? And take your time. The more you will embody your decision, the less there will be movement, you know, to try to make you feel uncomfortable, be reactive, all those kind of things, right? And if you already expect some kind of reaction, you're a winner there, right? Because you expect it, you won't be surprised, and then you might just be surprised in the right direction, right? If you already expect the worst, so maybe it will be. Maybe they will reject you, maybe they will judge you, maybe they will say whatever, but you will be free. The price of freedom. This is the amazingness of this period. We are free. The only thing that are not making us free, it might be those kind of situations. In some countries, people are not free. They are not. Talking about getting out of the closet, in some places, you can be unalive because of that. So if you have the freedom, and what is holding you back, it's just other people, what they will think about you, their support. What kind of support is that, right? So anyway, listen, I will leave it here, sending you a lot of love, a lot of good vibes, a lot of peace, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye.